Hello guys, welcome to the world. Al Nassr, I'm Khabs and Mohapi. Let's look at this issue of Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, he declared a war against PIF, a public investment fund which owns these four teams: Al Hilal, Al Nassr, Al Ittihad and Al Ahly, because according to Cristiano Ronaldo, they are not allocating money fairly to this team, especially to Al Nassr. But of course, if you can look at this thing, he's telling the truth. This is the only truth. When you look in 2023, 2024 season, even 2024 and 2025 season, I mean, only in 2024, 2025, Al Nassr got, two young players under 21, Gabriel Angelo and Wesley, and then Bento and Mohamed Simakan on loan. Only these four. That loan was now officially, they bought that contract of Mohamed Simakan this season. Only last season, we don't talk about the season where Al Hilal got Alexandro Mitrovic, Malonkovic Savic, Ruben Neves, Bono, Koulibaly. And then in June of last season, they got Cancelo, they have Malcolm, they have Marcus Alexandro, Lilo, they have wherever who you can think of. And then on that year, they got Neymar. So I understand why. But when this thing started, it started as Cristiano Ronaldo is arrested for fatigue. He had fatigue, but not only him and Kingsley Coman. So when now the media decided to change this story to a protest for Cristiano Ronaldo, therefore, because the two players, it was Kingsley Coman and Cristiano Ronaldo, who the coach said is arresting these two players due to fatigue. Then the story then after, I think it breaks on Saturday, but for the resting of these players, which was said by the coach, I think it was on Friday, if not, yes, on Friday, and then on Saturday, because we played on the 30th, it was on Saturday. And then on Sunday, then it was said that now it's no longer about that. Cristiano is protesting for the unfairness of the public investment fund on Al Nassr. The way they are allocating these funds, they are showing more support to Al Hilal than the other teams, especially Al Nassr. And I think Cristiano, one thing he was fighting for is for only last week. Before they played against Al Kholoud, they were checked for anti-doping. And after that check of doping, it was on Tuesday or on Wednesday, before they played against Al Kholoud. And then immediately Al Hilal then opens a case against Jorge Jesus, the coach of Al Nassr. I think they are trying to confuse Al Nassr on these issues. I don't know, but I think this is a game. I think this is a disturbing game because, I mean, in few days there was a doping. After that, there's a case of the coach, and Al Nassr was supposed to reply on this issue of their coach being taken to arbitrator. So after that, immediately, Al Hilal shows their interest on Harib, which is the player who scores a winning goal against Al Shabaab, an opening goal against Al Kholoud. Just after that game of Al Kholoud, they then started to show an interest on Harib. The coach sat with Harib, asked him to stay. Of course, Harib wants minutes, so he decided to stay, Harib. But this has been a norm for some couple of, you can say, months. Because I remember last season, Al Nassr finished third. But before then, they finished second behind Al Hilal. Al Ittihad got Abdullah Al Amri. But then last season, Al Hilal got their best center back, Ali Lajami. And I think Ronaldo started to feel that they are not only unfair when they locate monies to these teams, but I think he felt that they are even destabilizing Al Nassr. Because tell me, how do you go to Al Nassr? You're competing with Al Nassr, but when Al Nassr is competing for this league, you go and get their best center back, not to come and play, because Ali Jami is not playing at Al Hilal. I thought he's going to play. He's not playing there. He's a second player to the players of Al Hilal. So they then go and get the best center back of Al Nassr. I think that thing itself makes Ronaldo to think that we are under siege. We are under attack by either the PIF, the Saudi Professional League, by these three teams which are the following big teams of because Al Nassr is not the big team. It's not the big team here. Cristiano chooses Al Nassr to make Al Nassr great, but Al Nassr is not the big team. The big team is between Al Hilal and Al Ittihad. These are two big teams of the Saudi. Al Nassr has been a big team in some few years since Ronaldo came to Saudi Arabia. And of course now it's already on the map. It's already attracting a fan base. It's masquerading as a big team in the Saudi Arabia now when it comes to fan base. The only thing which is not on the table now for Al Nassr is a trophy cabinet. So when you say the team which is now starting to contest and you destabilize them like this, look for that few days. Al Hilal went for Harib, Al Ittihad went for Abdullah Al Amri, Al Ittihad and Al Ahly went for Ali, and after that, immediately after they failed to, because this time at least the coach sit with these players and said, stay, let's win together. Then they decided to take Karim Benzema and move him to Al Hilal. It's like Atletico Madrid, Al Nassr. Al Nassr is contesting with the Real Madrid, which is Al Hilal. Atletico Madrid is contesting with Real Madrid, which is Al Hilal. And suddenly, Barcelona is behind Atletico Madrid with 12 points, behind Real Madrid with 13 points. And now they are deciding to take their superstar and move that superstar to Real Madrid. It's impossible. This is unfair for the competition, is unfair for Al Nassr. It has been like this for a couple of months. That is why I'm saying so. I'm saying, look, they were supposed to move Marcus Alexandro to Atletico Madrid. I was not, convinced that this player is going to move. I was not convinced. But this player ended not going to Atletico Madrid. Now you have Karim Benzema, you have Marcus, you have Malcolm, you have Darwin Núñez, you have Theo Hernandez in one team. They've built a super team. They bought a player from New Messi. They bought a player from France. I think it's 40 million from Monaco. They then bought a player from this. And they have the goalkeeper from Lyon. Last season they bought the best goalkeeper, one of the best goalkeeper from Al Qataria. There's no competition when it comes to this team. And this is what Ronaldo is saying. Al Nassr was only afforded an opportunity to go and sign a 21-year-old, played for Al Zawura, Haideira, Abdul Karim. That's him, only him. They're going to sign Abdullah Al Hamdan as a free agent. Cancelled his contract. He's not happy at Al Hilal. He's cancelling his contract. Al Nassr is giving him contract. Because where are they going to get the players from? Another player which Al Nassr got this season. Al Nassr got Joao Felix and Kingsley Coman. With Kingsley Coman with 22 million euros. 22 million euros. And someone says, no, they got Kingsley Coman. No. They bought Kingsley Coman, they got Darwin Núñez. They bought Joao Felix, they got Theo Hernandez. Only this season. Only this season. They bought Alila Jami from Al Nassr. Only this season. Only for this season. Darwin Núñez with plus minus 56 million euros, if not pounds. Theo Hernandez with almost 40. Al Nassr for Joao Felix and Kingsley Coman, they spent not more than 70 million euros. For these two players, they negotiated. They got Martinez as a free agent, Nada Al-Sharari as a free agent, free transfer for Nada Al-Sharari, free transfer for Inigo Martinez. So it's been like this for past 2 years, and now he's fed up, Cristiano Ronaldo, and he's the only guy who's going to speak. Man is a sweet guy, he can't say anything. Man is a sweet guy. Maybe Marcelo is not his attitude, but if there's a player who can speak against this system, who can speak against this corruption, who can speak against this tendency of supporting Al Hilal, making sure that Al Hilal benefited, because they all benefited from the Cristiano Ronaldo transfer. And I heard someone says Ronaldo is earning 200 and something. Why is complaining? This 200 and something million for me is a small amount of money for Cristiano Ronaldo. That guy gave Saudi Arabia publicity, exposure. The Saudi Arabian League is now shown over 186 countries around the world. It's not a mistake. Al Nassr is now ranked close to, last time it was 16. Look at Al Ittihad, around 50 something. Look at Al Hilal, around 22. Al Nassr, close to 13, close to 10. I think they are around 12. The league moved all the way to position 13 because of one man. You don't see the influence of Karim Benzema, because if you want to see the influence of Karim Benzema, you must see that influence in Jeddah. There's no influence in Jeddah. The influence of Karim Benzema must be shown at Al Ittihad, but you don't see it there because Al Ittihad is ranked around 50 something. For Al Hilal, they are around 21 for Al Hilal. Alexandro Mitrovic, Milinkovic-Savic, Ruben Neves, they moved Al Hilal from 22 to 22. Karim Benzema moved Al Hilal from 60 to 59. Ronaldo moved Al Nassr from that position, lower than Al Ittihad, Al Hilal, and all of these teams, up to the top 50 of the world. He contributed over 62 million followers for Al Nassr. So the contribution of Ronaldo, not only to this league, he took this league, dragged this league, crying and kicking, and moved this league now officially into 13th position, which I believe they must put it right there on top 10, around 8 position or 9 positions, because you can't tell me that the Colombia league is better than the Saudi league. You can't tell me that. You can't. I agree with the Brazilian league is better than the Saudi league or is on the equal equilibrium. I can agree with that. For me, the Saudi league and the Brazilian league must contest for the one of the biggest 5 leagues in the world. They must be there. They easily removing Serie A there. Of course, those who support Juventus, I'm a supporter of Juventus, they can believe so. They can believe that Serie A is there. Yes, it was there, but these 2 leagues can easily remove the Serie A teams right there. We can look at the competition this season everywhere in Europe, everywhere. The Serie A teams, they didn't qualify for the direct qualifications on UEFA Champions League. They didn't qualify. They are now, all of them, actually Napoli is knocked out, ended somewhere there in that position of 20 something, 25, 26, 27. They ended there. Atalanta must go and play the playoffs. Juventus the same thing. Inter Milan the same thing. Not only that, Rome have to go in Europa League. They have to go and play the playoffs, Rome. So when you look at this, of course, Fiorentina is doing well in Europa Conference League, but they are easily removing these big 5s. One of these big 5 in that side. But exactly what I was saying, that Ronaldo is the only one who can speak against this injustice of the PIF, the Public Investment Fund, and the Saudi Football Federation. He's the only guy, because he's the only guy who stood up and spoke against the Ballon d'Or. Whether some people thought that he was talking because he was bitter or what, but he's the only guy. He's the only guy who said why FIFA, when he was interviewed by Piers Morgan, that why the FIFA, when it comes to the Golden Ball, they are only concentrating on what they call the 10 big leagues, but those leagues are in Europe. Why? He asked a very important question, but some people who can even ask the question, who can even fight for why FIFA has allowed for so many years 12 teams to compete for the World Cup, but only 4 for Africa, but Africa is the second largest continent in the world. Why FIFA allows 12 from Europe? 12 from Europe. Not only that, why FIFA is allowing only 3 from Asia, 3 out of 46 countries. 3, Africa out of 54 countries, they allow only 4. Europe, the smallest continent in the world, they allow 12, now 60, and it's fair. He's the only guy who can ask this. Some people cannot ask this question, but he said he's the only one who can say FIFA is unfair not to accept the Saudi Arabia into the top 5, top 10. He said this, they moved that into position 13. Somewhere they will move it right where it belongs, in position 4 or 5, Saudi Arabia. Because of him, he's the only guy who can speak. He spoke his mind. He speaks his mind every time he got an opportunity, because he's not afraid of anyone. Why? Because he got money, He's popular and he's loved by almost everyone. He's using his influence in a right way. And I'm happy because he stood up against Al Hilal. This atrocity which Al Hilal has been doing in this league, now it will end. Now, if according to the rumors, if that case of them, because what the coach of Al Nassr, Jorge Jesus, what he said, it must be investigated. They don't want to investigate it. Because he said, the problem of Al Nassr, they are not politically connected like Al Hilal. Meaning, Al Hilal can buy referees. Al Hilal can do something to swing the results, to make sure that the result favors them, the atmosphere favors them. He said that, but they have one option, just to take him into disciplinary to make sure that he keeps quiet. Why? Because if they found him guilty, they will ban him for almost 6 months or for 12 months. Why? Because they need to investigate this thing. This is their former coach. Here, the person who spoke here about this issue is their former coach. No one else. Their former coach, Jorge Jesus, said they are politically connected. But they decided no, he needs to be disciplined. Now, Ronaldo says no. And I believe if so, you are saying for Kingsley Coman, because Kingsley Coman started this thing with Cristiano Ronaldo as it was them rested for fitness and fatigue. Now you can say now with no hesitation that Kingsley Coman was supporting Ronaldo for when he protested against the PIF. You can say that because you can't say it's true Kingsley Coman was arrested for fatigue, but it's not true Ronaldo is protesting. But the coach said both of them, they are arrested for. Therefore, Kingsley Coman is supporting Ronaldo. If we take this news, Kingsley Coman is supporting Ronaldo. I don't think Ronaldo has a problem with Karim Benzema going to Al Hilal. I think he has a problem with Al Hilal and the Saudi Football Federation for not allowing their transfers. Remember, not only this, Fahad Al Nassr, it took 2, if not 3 weeks. Not only that, they've been waiting for Abdullah Al Hamdan. Even today, they are not sure if he's going to participate in that match of Al Ittihad. But it took Al Hilal just a day or two just to sign Karim Benzema. A superstar as he is, but just that movement becomes so swiftly. Not only that, that player from New York sees swiftly. So that's it. So he knew no one can speak about this thing. They will speak in the corners. But he is the only guy who can say, no, enough is enough. And I believe enough is enough. Look the way they are doing the preparation of the first 17 matches of the season. Al Nassr is playing away to all big teams. Away to all big teams. Away to Al Ittihad, away to Al Ahly, away to Al Ettifaq, and away to Al Hilal. That's Al Nassr. That's Al Nassr. Now, when you say, no, we are starting to compete, we are starting to contest, they are now even destabilizing you. That's how the big teams are working. But now, another big team is starting to cry because now it's seeing foul. It's crying foul because it's understanding that they want to destabilize because I'm contesting for the league. They cannot come for the foreign players. They understand that. Some people, they don't understand that. They can't go for Kingsley Coman. No, they don't want Kingsley Coman. They don't want Joao Felix. Because they have the players. Where are they going to move their players to? Because you only allowed to sign 8 foreign players in a Saudi league. Unless if you are Al Hilal, of course. You can have Marcus Alexander now. And you could have Neymar Jr. as your player. Having Alexander Mitrovic, Malcolm. Having all these players. And somewhere you can play, somewhere you can play him only in the Champions League. That's the way they're going to perform this season. That's how they're going to do with this thing. This is it. Their rotation. From here, Al Nassr is supposed to move John Duran. Al Nassr, it was forced to move Fofana. Not them. No, Al Nassr was forced to move Fofana. Move John Duran. So where is Talisca, who acted as if he said he stopped to play for Al Nassr because Al Nassr now was no longer, it was tense as a business. This is business. If it's a business, it's a poor business. If Al Nassr is a business, therefore Al Hilal is a minister of business. Therefore, you can't say Al Nassr is a business because of Cristiano Ronaldo is earning 250, 220 or 200 or 178 million pounds a year. Ronaldo works for that. And it's not because of it's a favor. No, everyone is benefiting out of it. That money which Ronaldo is getting for influence, that exposure for the Saudi Professional League. But speaks a guy who never won anything for Al Nassr. Anything. I saw him speaking about the statistics, 77 goals and 17 assists in 100 and something matches. I said, where is the trophy? He won an Arab Champions Cup because of Cristiano Ronaldo scoring 2 goals in the final of that competition. 2 goals in the final of that competition. He won that. But that's exactly. He must concentrate in Fenerbahce. He can't compete with this big man. He's so big. He's huge. Of course, he's better than R9. Another thing which I applaud Cristiano Ronaldo for doing, confronting this issue. I applauded Cristiano to do this thing so that he can even expose the incompetency of some of these players. I mean, this season, Al Ittihad, I said they are not playing well. And they didn't play well since the beginning of this season. Now they are behind Al Nassr with 12 points. They are behind the whole 2 teams of the league with over 10 points. From position 1 to position 3 or position 4. They are behind that team. They are not contesting for the top 3 nor top 4. They are not contesting for that. Now they move Karim Benzema, the Saudi Federation, Al Hilal, Al Ittihad, PIF, Public Investment Fund. They are moving Karim Benzema in this embarrassment of him taking Al Ittihad back into position 6. They are moving him to Al Hilal so that he can go and compete for the league. It's unfair. This is unfair. Because Karim Benzema, he's not competing this season. He's not scoring. He's not playing well. They are doing this thing. If it was Ronaldo, he was supposed to stay at Al Nassr, contest. He contests for the league against Al Hilal. Al Hilal won the league with 14 points. Al Nassr behind on second position. Behind with 14 points. But in any way, they said, no, Cristiano can't move this side. Last season, Al Nassr ended in position 3. Karim Benzema won the league with Al Ittihad. But the whole players and won the league. He stayed there, right there. This season, he got Joao Felix. He got Martinez. He got Kingsley Coman. Now they can't stand Cristiano Ronaldo winning the league. They are becoming dodgy. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. It's a corruption, this thing. They become dodgy. They are sabotaging him. So he's supposed to keep quiet. Because someone somewhere from Sky Sports or Talk Sports will have a problem with Ronaldo complaining about this issue. He's the only guy who can complain. He's the only man, actually. He's the only man. He's the only real man who can stand against the whole system. They always obey this system. He's the only guy who don't obey these people. And we applaud him for that, because when they thought he will go to the side of the West to promote football in USA, he said, no, this time I'm taking football to East, which is the side of Africa and Asia. And we must applaud him for that, because it's a big move. Everyone was waiting for him to go to United States of America, to the West, to take football where it is. He said, no, this time I'm not going to do that. I will go to that side in Saudi Arabia, open at least one league. One league. If South African league can compete with you, no problem. If Nigerian league can compete with you, no problem. If Senegal league can compete with you, no problem. If Botola of Morocco cannot compete with you, no problem. If Tunisia cannot compete with you, League One of Tunisia, no problem. If Chinese league cannot compete with you, but I will go to one league, develop that league, and that league will compete with the West leagues. He did so perfectly. He did so perfectly. They are feeling it. They are feeling the heat now. He did so. An only guy. He said, I will take this thing. And you tell me 250? Like those old friends who says, no player is bigger than the team. No player is bigger than the team. I saw someone says, Cristiano was doing this when he was in Manchester United. I said, oh, Cristiano was fighting for himself. So some people who think Manchester belongs to them, who forgot that Manchester belonged to the Glazers, they want Cristiano Ronaldo to be humble, not to question the Glazers, the way they are handling the team, the way Erik ten Hag by that is handling him. Why are Ronaldo supposed to obey the Glazers? And the team belongs to them. He has his own legacy, which without the Glazers, without anyone, he built it on by himself. Of course, playing for these teams, for Real Madrid, for Juventus, for Manchester United, giving him the opportunity, but he made money for them All of them. He made money for Real Madrid, made money for Manchester United. He was bought by almost 89 million pounds. Cristiano Ronaldo. He left Real Madrid 110 million, or if not 120 million. Left Juventus not for free. Even now, when he left Manchester United, he cancelled his contract. He left 16 million right there, and he left to Al Nassr. So this is a player who can stand against the system. So standing against these people, and he's going to win this thing. That is why they are confused. They are taking everyone. They are questioning this thing. They want the discipline. They want everything. But if they want the discipline, how do you take Karim Benzema from Al Ittihad to Al Hilal? Because he's not winning anything. Because if Ronaldo can say, no, it's because I'm not an Arab or I'm not a Muslim, they will say, no, this is racism, it's no longer football. So he's not going to say that. He will fight this thing as it's unfair, fairly for football. Because this is unfair. This is completely unfair for Cristiano Ronaldo. Karim had his moment, won the league. Now is the time for Cristiano to contest. They are now making a super team. I saw Ruben Neves acting as if, and I saw Karim Benzema calling Al Hilal Real Madrid. If really saying it's Real Madrid, that is not true. Al Hilal is not Real Madrid for now. But he's saying it's Real Madrid of Asia. I don't know. How many Champions League? 4? So I don't know. And then how many leagues? 19. But he can call it the way he wants, anything. But as long as Ronaldo get a fair competition in Saudi Arabia. He's the one who opened this journey, who opens these doors, who opens this, let's go and play in Saudi Arabia. So now they want him not to win anything. Why? Unless it's a discrimination against Cristiano. Someone must stand up before it's late, because Cristiano, what he has done for Saudi Arabia is bigger than anything. I saw Al Hilal behaving as if Ronaldo is not a big player. They said, no, Ronaldo contributed the way he contributed. He contributed for all of them. Ruben Neves was not going to Al Hilal. Milankovic-Savic was not going there. Alexander Mitrovic was not going there. Theo Hernandez was not going there. They were not going there. All of them, they were not going there. But he opens that door. He opens that way. He says, this is the way. And they are all there. And now we are ready, all of us in the world, for them to build the biggest league in the world. Not to play this dojo of Al Hilal. The Saudi Arabian Football Federation and the PIF, they can sabotage the whole good thing because of one team, Al Hilal. No, they can't do that. They can't do that. They know this thing was wrong. Ronaldo fought for the right purpose. It was wrong for them to move Karim Benzema in that side. I still believe Al Nassr is going to win the league. But moving Karim Benzema like this, Dochi like this, to that side, moving him like this, stopping Ronaldo, poaching all of the Saudi players who are playing for Al Nassr every time. No. I mean, just in 2 days, they wanted 3 players. In 2 days, they wanted 3 players, best players of Al Nassr, of the Saudi nation. Come on. How do you buy Kharib? How do you say, I want you, Abdullah Al-Amri? How do you say that? How do you buy 3 players? You are destabilizing this team. And because now they have the best coach, now that coach now must be suspended again. They want to suspend the coach. The only coach now who's contesting them, they are trying by all means to suspend this coach. Why? Instead, let's put an investigation. This coach saw everything. He saw all the tricks. That is why he's talking about the tricks of politics. So why is he supposed to go for disciplinary without investigation? Let the investigation start, and after the end of this season, they can do whatever what they want with him, because he will continue. He will win the league, of course. He's going to continue, but I don't think it will be fair. This is football. Whatever what he said it right there. They must forget about this thing, but they are not, because their intention is to confuse Al Nassr, to put frustration, so that while he's getting frustrated, they can concentrate and win the league. But already they played 3 games which I thought they're going to be frustrated, and they won those 3 games. From here is gonna be competition until Al Hilal breaks, and it will break. This is the year of Cristiano to win the whole thing. Thank you very much, guys. Please like the video. Happy birthday to Cristiano Ronaldo and Neymar Jr. Hit your likes and subscriptions. Put your comment. Until we meet again. Bye.